Okay, this is going to be my last attempt at doing this because for some reason my phone isn't really allowing me to get through a clip that's more than 9 minutes and 25 seconds. So this is going to be my last take, my last attempt. The other one is not very good. It's okay, but I'll do my best. Okay, all right. Let's put the pressure on. Okay. So now that I've identified my core values in the last video, I'm going to boil it down to key components, essentially simplifying everything that I value and putting them into 4 little subcategories that will help me attach exercises and training programs and training styles, and it will help me have a little bit of a think about how to balance them all out and make sure that they all work together, because they all have to interact with minimal everything I attach. If it's taken too far, it could sacrifice one of the other goals, so we have to make sure it's minimizing that as much as possible. So my key components, we have health, we have adaptability, specialization, and protection. So health is to keep my body functioning optimally. Healthily means to make sure that I'm not getting too sick, I'm not getting injured, I'm avoiding any issues with my body, I'm making sure that everything functions as perfectly as it possibly can. We have adaptability, which is to have a wide variety of skills in order to keep me fairly useful, but we have to make sure that it's not too wide of a set of skills, because if you take things too far, too broad, you're going to end up just semi-okay, kind of mediocre at a whole range of things and not particularly useful at any one of them. And that's where specialization comes in. So specialization would be the few things. So it's a select number of activities that I want to take further than others. So I might not want to be as good at juggling as I am at strength training, for example. But I also have to make sure that I don't take strength training so far that I neglect my health, or perhaps I'm too tight in my pecs, for example, because I'm not working on flexibility, and that would be also ignoring the health category. We lastly have protection. So protection falls under my need to want to be able to feel safe and secure, not just for myself, but for my family, those I care about, and protection from harm, essentially. So now that we have those, we're going to get into the activities that I've realized I want to pursue and uphold to the best of my ability for the rest of my life. So I want to, of course, I want to be able to fight. That ties closely with protection. So I find it difficult to think of a way I could protect myself or my family better without doing martial arts. So fighting is certainly something I want to be able to do even into old age. Number 2, want to be able to lift and carry objects and also myself as much as possible, because being able to lift is integral to independence, especially as you get older. It's going to stave off a lot of issues, injuries. It stops you from being as much of a burden, and it hopefully will keep me out of a retirement home. Number 3, I would like to be able to avoid danger. To have the skills and abilities to be able to avoid danger is a no-brainer. It's pretty obvious why you would want that. So some of the activities to fall under that would include running, running away from danger, dodging, so avoiding, even being able to climb. Let's say something's attacking you from the ground, you see an opportunity to climb a ladder or a tree, or it may help you escape a fire, natural disasters, things like that. Okay, so number 4, the last one, I want to be able to appear healthy and powerful. This comes under, I think, mental health, because I want to feel good about my body and myself for as long as I possibly can. I want to be able to look into the mirror and go, yes, I took care of myself as long as I possibly could. I'm still, even now, doing my best, and people can see it too. So that's an important one for me. So I've got those specific activities set in place. So now, once again, another step forward to actual programs. So the next step is to figure out my circumstances, because if you don't have a look at your circumstances, you can set yourself a kind of program that absolutely does not fit with your either current lifestyle or the life you might be leading in a few months or a few years. So you need some long-term planning in place. So first up, you have to assess your foreseeable future. So are you going to be able to train the way you want to train in a few months' time? Do you have any trips coming up, holidays? Are you moving? Do you want to go travel the world? Can you train while traveling the world? Or does your training program not match up to that whatsoever? So it's really important to figure that out first. I'm also going to have a look at my lifestyle. Am I living a healthy enough life to train hard? Am I sleeping enough, eating well enough? Is my stress under control? So what output can I have with my body at this point? And am I going to be under any stress in the future that might prevent me from making the progressions that I want to make if it's under a certain schedule? Sometimes schedules can not take into account these realities in our day-to-day lives. Lastly, I want to have a look at my current strengths and weaknesses. So I'm obviously not going to put myself into any exercises and routines that I can't do, or anything that's going to be too easy to provide any health benefit at the very least, if not a proper training stimulus to get me stronger and healthier. So those three, I have to make sure they're absolutely locked down before making a commitment to any training program and beginning writing the program. Okay, that about takes us to our time. I don't think my phone is going to let me record for any longer. I'm still figuring out all this technical side of things, but thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.